venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Fields sliding out of the pocket. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Here comes Mooney now on the jet sweep. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A give to Jones. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A give. This is Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A nice pick up there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. And off comes to Montgomery. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Throwing is Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He's got the first down inside the 10. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery, a 24-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the posts.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8.
Mike 51, let's go, dude. It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be a long day. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Check. Mike 51.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
51 for Mike. You're not ready.
Now Montgomery running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Sponge, no.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's still on his feet. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Fields keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. 3 yards the gain there, second down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than